How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Today it's October 24th, 2021. It's getting real spooky around here. Woo! Watch list! Woo! Headless Horseman statue! Wee-oo! I'm sure I just dropped 25 folks watching because I thought that was really annoying. That's okay though. Welcome back. If you're new, I'm Evan. This is Fifth Third Trading. The whole goal of this channel and the reason I started it during COVID was to help people. We're still going strong. And at this point, it's really going because I'm so sick of the same 5 tickers. Are you sick of watching someone talk about the same 5 tickers every single day? Just trying to get clicks? Well, we don't do that here. What we're going to do is quality investment, quality trading, quality technical analysis. Now, what a lot of folks try and do is trade you and teach you a trading system. Gotta make sure it's clear. My beard's gotten too long, my mustache hits my mouth. They want to give you a trading system. Options call this, option puts that, go long on this, only trade that. It doesn't work in every market, and it works different in bull and bears, micro and macro level stuff. It is what it is. But we're gonna talk about on this channel is a structure. As I've talked about a lot, I actually got it over here. What I've talked about a lot, reach for the stars, you'll reach it one day, is a structure. A lot of folks do a system. I'm going to teach you in this class, which is right here, free for you, is risk management's your foundation, technical, fundamental, mental analysis is your analysis, writing an actual trading plan, macro markets, and our saying structure when it comes to like sectors and like the S&P, and then of course lastly is going to be goal setting, short-term and long-term. What do you want to get done today, goal-wise? What do you want to get done 5 years from now, goal-wise? And the ceiling, which has been patched because my cat keeps breaking it, is consistency. All these things are what you should be focusing on. Those 8 things make you successful. The difference between what I teach you and what they teach you is that I teach you things that should never change. Risk management should never change. Having a trading plan should never change. But the system can change. You want to go short? Okay. You want to go long? Okay. Neutral credit spreads? Okay. Those things can change. Everyone else is going to teach you things that should change, and not only that, they don't teach you how to fish. I want to teach you how to fish by yourself. Zzz, that's why I got me a whole fishing tattoo right there. Actually, I have 2. Yes, sir. Right. With that being said, if you want to join our Discord, you want to join the community, I fully endorse it. I don't like being a salesman. I hate doing this. I hate when people are like, hey, come check us out because we're different. Well, we actually are different. We're a really tight-knit community. We're going to have 330 folks. We're all here for each other. Let's see other people succeed. That's the different hallmark of what we do, is that we cheer on people who succeed. We don't get jealous. We don't get vindictive. We really enjoy watching folks grow into traders, from being a basic person to being an absolute machine and killing it. I'm going to have a video created soon that shows all the stuff that we do. I'll put it at the beginning of every episode. Again, it's free to come try out. I'm not going to push it too hard right now, but again, I would love to have y'all who really enjoy what I do come check us out. More newsletters, afternoon letters, picks early around 2 o'clock, early video access, full class access, a bunch of great stuff. Lastly, I want to say this too. In the description box down below, you're going to find my journal. All the calls that I make here, I then track from where I have a stop loss, loading zone, price target, and a realistic moonshot. I watch all of that in my journal. It's free, and you can see how well I'm doing, how well it's going. I'm starting an Iris account soon. Once the money settles, it takes forever. This is a dumb account, and you can watch me being completely transparent. That's the only way to do it. With that being said, 8 great picks today. I can guarantee one thing on this channel. I guarantee you, all these 8 stocks, you've never heard of at least one of them. No one else does that. Everyone else goes for the hype play. They look up what's trending. Oh, SHIB. What's SHIB's price target? And they go for that. I'm going to show y'all who are 9 to 5 folks, you're a regular person with 2 kids, who can't sit in front of a computer all day, at least one new stock you can start watching from today until you stop trading. That's going to be quality. With that being said, let's check it out. First is ALDX. What a great wedge down. What I want to show you is my charting real quick. If you are new, our supports are going to be white. Our resistances are going to be orange. Our trend lines down are golden. Our resistance trend lines are going to be orange and dotted. These 2 white dotted lines is where 70% of volume happens on this time frame. This is the top volume known called the POC. I don't have the time right now to go into volume profile all that in depth. You may find that surprising, but again, that's kind of how this goes. If you want to watch a full 45-minute video, go right here. You'll thank me later. I can guarantee you this new tool that you add to your tool list is going to absolutely crush it for you. Go check it out. With that also being said, It's a fantastic wedge down. I want to zoom out real quick. A lot of folks don't do this. How pivotal is the support we're getting into? Well, as we can see, it's a very important spot. This is the most pivotal spot on this chart, even just a bit lower. It's very important to see where it's at. It may dip down, we may dip down another 4 or 5% here, but again, if we do get a higher low and a higher high eventually, that's going to be our first sign to go along with ALDX. It is a therapeutics company. You have to do your due diligence. You got to ensure that the FDA approval date's coming, what's coming up soon is actually going to be watched after. You can also see this is possibly, right there, a wedge that broke out and now are going sideways with a double bottom. It's also there as well. I love what I see for the value. I love that we see almost like a cup and handle forming. See how this bowl shape's forming? See how we're getting less and less intense? I like that a lot here as well. It's a great play. I love what I see. Let's check the indicators. What's so cool about this channel is I actually don't scan with indicators on or a chart with them. You're going to find as you get better as a beginner, technical analysis is the cake, indicators are the icing. I use 10, 50, 200 email lines, RSI, stochastic, and vortex. We'll discuss them in that order. What you're going to find is that these indicators show me 4 things. 4 things only. Trend, momentum, volume, and volatility. And so we're going to use that to either strengthen our argument to enter or weaken our argument to enter. Use that with opportunity cost to weigh against each other and find the best play for tomorrow. Best 1 or 2 you want to look into. With that being said, if you're brand new, this is you seeing a veteran go through the indicators the proper way. You're really going to enjoy it, I think. Let's check it out. The 50 EMA line is definitely going to be your go signal, right? It's a great go signal. Once you get over it, you're good to go. Below it, it's going to be resistance. Over it, it's going to be a support. I also want to see the 10 run-ups. Once we cross that blue line, how clean are the run-ups? They seem to be really, really clean. See how we never break below it on a run-up? Even on a run-down, we don't have many fake-outs. When we get over it, it's a good run-up. Over here, it's kind of choppy. Look at this one. You never close beneath it until it's time to sell. So it looks like to me a 10 crossover works and a 50 crossover works. I'd buy into value myself, but if you wanted that extra level of confirmation, giving you 3% of risk to then give yourself a great stop loss area and some great confirmation, not bad at all here. RSI, it's low. I love it. I don't see a massive divergence. I don't see one really at all here. I mean, you got it's kind of a stretch anywhere you want to cut it. No bearish though, that's fine. And again, -6 is a great value. Bulls low, bears high. With vortex, you can buy into the green being low, or you can buy into the crossovers. Every green crossover, like right over here, was a good go signal. Right here, green crossover over here. No, that's red. Green crossover here. Looks like it's good to go. So you can buy in low or wait for a crossover. Both work fine with ALDX. I love what I see. It is a therapeutics company, so you have to make sure to do your extra due diligence as always. But it's a fantastic wedge down, ran a strong support. What more do you want? ALDX, I love it. I would definitely watch list it. Next is AUTL. You can see both trend lines are off the chart. Why is that important? This is a fat looking consolidation coming here, right? This thing has had higher highs. It's also had lower lows. It can go either way here. But we can see it's really starting to consolidate down here. It gets real choppy. It gets real strong down here. And look at, even if the triangle's wrong, let's just take the trend lines off for a second. This support spot is very, very strong. Again, you'd be risking what, 5 or 6%, more than I like to. But a full move without a breakout is still almost a 6-to-1, 5-to-1 kind of play. If you tighten that stop loss up 1% or 2, it's almost a 7-to-1, 6-to-1 kind of play. You'll love to see that kind of odds. That's fantastic. And again, it sells off, and then it comes back. It sells off, it comes back. And again, you have some form of a wedge here. This is not on accident. Some kind of channel down. Over here, what's this? This is also a channel down now, isn't it? It makes channel downs, and then it breaks out. So again, we have a great sign of historical relevance. It has great strength. This is convergence in action as well. You have trend line, support, and volume profile is low. So you know it's low volume, so it's going to be mainly bulls down here. And the POC pulls us up. If you don't know what convergence is, I mentioned before systems. A lot of traders want to sell you a system. My convergence system that I've created myself through just experience upon experience is all about being flexible and finding different variables to pull you higher and give you more support. You can watch this video here for more about that system. Again, it's not the structure. The whole class is the structure. This is structure. The system goes inside the structure. I like convergence the most. Go check that out. This is a fantastic spot for, again, bulls to buy into. Great value. I love what I see down here. It's fantastic. Let's check the indicators as well. Off the bat, that 50 once again is a very strong resistance. When you're over it, a very strong support. We can see over here, it's being a resistance. So crossing over the 50 is going to be our main goal. For 10 run-ups, they're kind of muddied. Okay, this is a good run-up, but it's a lot of chop, and on the way down, it's not very clear at all. This run-up over here, very choppy. So I'm not really looking for a 10 crossover, but eventually we will need a 50 crossover. So again, this is a almost 10%. Don't wait for that. But if you buy into value and then it crosses that 50, now you know to hold for a longer period of time and then really start to cash out. RSI is at 35, great value. Stochastic is low at 51. Obvious divergence. It's not perfect. I can go through and try and be real perfect here. It's here and over. Look at that. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. A lot of folks don't talk about divergences the right way. It's a really clear, simple thing for you. With RSI, or I use stochastic momentum indicator, when the tops don't match, when the stochastic top to top, and then the price actions top to tops don't match, that's 100% bearish. When the bottoms don't match, when bottoms of the stochastic and the bottoms of price action don't match, that's always bullish. Quick lesson. So you can see again down here, these match up, lower lows, higher lows. That's a bullish divergence. Love that. Bulls are low, bears are high, just like RSI. Does it get much lower than where it is? Nope. When it comes to a value, given the previous price action, it's almost perfect. AUTL is also a therapeutics company. You must do your due diligence, my sweet baby angels. But it's a great spot to be. AUTL, I absolutely love it. What a play. It's a fantastic stock. I'd watch listed all week. Fantastic. Next is BOXL. BOXL looks really good. Again, the trend lines are off the chart. Why is that? A large, almost a year-long consolidation. Again, it's been lower. It's been higher. Let's not think it can't go to zero because it's only at $2, right? It can definitely drop farther. I think perfectly 5 or 6% lower. Let me get into the support and this trend. That's going to be convergence. POC is gravitational. Under here is where bulls usually buy into. We're almost there. We could be a bit lower. Again, you have what looks like to be some trend lines forming. Look at looks like an old channel down over here. Old wedge that broke out. Now we're retesting. That's also there. I love that too. Even if the trend lines are wrong, we're still getting into support area. Somewhere in 191, 192, 180s. It keeps dipping down. This is a great support play. But overall, amazing consolidation. Great support here. It doesn't seem like many bears are going to be shorting here. A lot of bulls go long. Again, you can make 20% hitting, the POC, risking 5%, 4-to-1 odds. I love what I see. Fantastic play from BOXL. Let's check the indicators together. I'm curious to see what the EMA lines are doing. All right, so look at this. This is important. It's a huge lesson. The 200 EMA line is doing what? It's going down and it's going sideways. While it's going down, I may try to find now a wedge play or a downward channel play. Seeing as it's going down, maybe we come down to 180. That's going to be important. But more likely than not, what are the EMA lines doing? They're going sideways, right? We're going horizontally, which is great. It's in the middle of this triangle. There's your trend line. There's your trend line. It's in the middle. What's that mean? When the EMA lines are going sideways through a triangle or sideways through a wedge, that just shows you consolidation's truly happening. Bulls and bears are fighting. The EMA lines show that. With that being said as well, with it going sideways, I'm putting more emphasis into my horizontal support play over the trend line. One more time for you beginners. When the EMA lines are going horizontally, I put more emphasis into the horizontal support play over the trend line. Because if the EMA line was going up like this, I would be focusing a trend line. If they are going sideways like this, I focus a support play. So again, RSI, it's good. Stochastic is low, looking like a small divergence that may have broken down recently. But again, you have clear higher lows and then lower lows. No real bearish one here. I mean, you had one here. There's both, and now it broke down. So again, a good looking deal for sure. Bulls and bears are fighting because it's consolidating. BOXL has huge breakout potential. You may have to wait a week, a month, 3 months, who knows? But BOXL is definitely consolidating. A great value for play with very little risk. I love what I see. BOXL, I'd watch listed. Next is BXMT, Blackstone Mortgage Trust. Oh, buying all the houses, you piece of BXMT, a great resistance here. Okay, this is either an ascending triangle or it looks like more to me a horizontal triangle is forming here. Yes, I want to buy into value. $30 is a fantastic value. But BXMT, as we see, it just goes up. It goes up, it goes up, it goes up. COVID destroyed it. We have plenty of previous highs up here. And look at this is a very pivotal spot on all price action. 29 to 30 has always been a support spot. You'll love that. So again, historically, this is a support. This is a resistance. I want to go with a breakout more than I want to go with a short, just given the previous price actions almost always been bullish, and I want to get a breakout eventually. What I would do here is how I watch macro markets, specifically the S&P and the Russell 2000. If the Russell 2000 breaks out and the S&P breaks out over resistances, BXMT should follow suit. If they both tank, we should go for the short. So it's going to be on you for a pivot play. I call this pivot plays. It can go either way here. Entry either way is great here. It can go either way. But it's going to come down to you doing your extra due diligence. BXMT, I want to go long, given how the market's doing. But again, a short here is also very easy. Let's check the indicators, see what's going on. I think the 10 is going to be very telling for us. Yeah, see how over the 10, every time you get that first crack down beneath it, you seem to kind of come down. Again, come up, first crack, you come down. Especially that 50. Once you cross under that 50, you're really good for a short here. So again, when I short here, maybe I think it's very low risk. If it does come down beneath the 10, very low risk. And if you lose that 50, easy short. But if you bounce here tomorrow, it could be a very easy long as well. Again, it's a pivot play. You have to be ready to go either direction. What the indicators show us that we're overbought, and again, higher, then we should be lower. So BXMT here does make sense to short, but again, I would still go with the macro gravitational force of the S&P and the Russell 2000, even the NASDAQ and the -YM. I'd watch all those. If they're red tomorrow, easy short on BXMT. If they're all green with volume, keyword with volume, BXMT should be an easy breakout play. I'd watch this either way. I love what I see. Next is CAT. Man, I missed when CAT was printing. I remember we played CAT literally this whole trend up. It was the easiest play of the year. It was literally just this, and you just buy it. Old resistance became a support. Old resistance became a support. It was amazing. But now we're forming a new little pattern here. It's a great wedge down. It looks gorgeous. Very consistent. Very consistent. This is like BXMT. I do think, though, this has a much higher breakout potential because CAT's earnings should be good, just like John Deere's should be good. This is a really good support spot. Very low risk if it breaks down here. I would look to get out probably around 197, 196. It breaks down through all this. I would just get out and then buy either in at support, which is very strong here. Volume profile very strong here at 188, or buy in lower down here. But for a breakout play, it likes to go sideways and then come down. Sideways and then come down. So eventually it's going to go sideways and go up. This wedge down, gravitational force pulling us to 217. The price target's like 260 up here somewhere. If we get a breakout, it could be your best long-term hold for the year, if not for a few weeks. I love what I see. It could be day traded as well with great volume. I love what I see. Let's check the indicators together. The 200, ooh, look at that. Ooh, big fella. That's what we're looking at. If we can break over the 200 tomorrow and hold, we can go long. Break over that 10, we can go long. Look at the 10 run-ups. Clean, clean, clean. These are all very clean 10 EMA run-ups. So we break over the 10 EMA line tomorrow, go long. If we lose the 50 tomorrow, once you get below the 50, it's a resistance. If we lose the 50 tomorrow, you could easily short it as well. Again, pivot play. Go over the 200, long. Under the 50, you can short. Our side's a bit high. Divergence, not there. There's no bearish. There's no bullish. It's just a good value. Bulls and bears. Whoever gets volume tomorrow, as we can see, if bulls bounce off the red here and get green, red will drop and we'll have a great buy-in. And if we cross under, we can go for a short. CAT's just like BXMT. It's going to be a pivot play based on your ability to watch macro markets and your ability to do due diligence. If you need help with the macro markets, check out my Discord. I do it every single morning for my patrons. If not, good luck to you. I wish you luck. I think it's a very easy play though. CAT, I'd watch this. Next is dry, DRI. Garden. I work for Olive Garden. I hate my life when I was there, but life goes on. An amazing long-term uptrend. It just bounces here like clockwork. It's very much like the NASDAQ dash NQ. Same exact trend line. It's almost like these really high-profile billion-dollar companies help draw that. Look at that. So if dash NQ's green tomorrow, we should see some green here. Again, you're like, well, the best value is at 142. I'm already up 2%. You got to give up value for life eventually, don't you? Right? You can't have a great value and make money. So with that being said, DRI here makes a whole lot of sense. It consolidates. You can wait for your first pullback. It doesn't really seem to have those things that just take off when it takes off. Great support. POC should be a support once we get over it. And again, this trend line is beautiful. Sure, you may want to buy in 2 or 3% lower, but this thing has a history of making massive moves, 10, 15%, risking 1 or 2. Restaurants are open. A fantastic dividend. It pays $1. So I mean, if you want to hold this for 3 to 4 or 5, 6 months, extra bonus points for you. It looks really good. I love what I see. Let's check the indicators. I'm sure the 200, the 200 is going to be our first go signal for a long-term hold. That 50 is also right there. The 10 run-ups, pretty clean. Now, they're not perfect. That's really gross looking. That's really good. That's really good. If we take the 10 tomorrow, that could be your go long signal. If we dip below the POC, you can just wait for a better value. But then you have both right here. Crossover play, great. Value play, great. Either way, you should have a good read tomorrow on what we're doing. RSI, it's low. I love that. You have no real bullish divergence. I mean, that's really, you know, you're reaching, I think, there, but there's no bearish either. I mean, you have a very small one here. Again, I think both are kind of a reach, but I think right here, it's a tad bit overbought. You may pull back to 140 again, but again, bulls low, bears high. If we get a green crossover, you can go long here. So DRI, I'd give it a day. Give it a Tuesday. What's the worst case? It goes up another %. You buy in Monday afternoon. Who cares? I think it's a great watch list, though. Great long-term hold. I mean, it's one of those companies that just keeps printing because folks love Red Lobster and free breadsticks. You know what my favorite flavor of food is? Free. That's facts. DRI, I love what I see. I'd watch list it. Next is HXL Hexel Corporation. I'm good at reading. This is a fantastic ascending triangle. Zoom out. No one else ever zooms out. Look at this. What a uptrend. What an ascending triangle. It's literally by itself. It's literally just it gapped up to make its own ascending triangle. That's absolutely gorgeous. Is it ready to buy here? I would say no. You'll probably get it 3-4% lower. But again, I need this to be in your guys' watch list. I needed it. This earnings call, volatility. This earnings call, volatility. This earnings call, overreaction. All right, this is a huge overreaction. You know, folks just sold. You know, I think it's worth 10% less. I doubt it. A great deal down here. Sure, I want to see it at 56. Okay, but we get some momentum tomorrow. We get like 3 green soldiers. Maybe you get, that's a doji. You get another big push up here. Maybe it starts to take off from here. A great ascending triangle. I want to buy lower, but this has to be in your guys' watch list. An absolute snack. It's a beautiful looking play. Let's check the indicators for some clarity on when we should be looking to enter. The 10 run-ups. Clean. 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 So these are great run-ups. 10 crossover, great. 200 crossover, even better. You cross both, that's what, 2%? You give it 1.8% of value to then get in, have a good stop loss area, and you get to have confirmation, not bad at all. 35 RSI, I love it. We have no divergence, that's lower lows, lower highs, but negative 50, a great deal. Bulls low, bears high. It's a fantastic play. It's an obvious overreaction from earnings right into where you want it. Sure, 3% lower is better. It could always be better. But again, you have to be ready to make a plan. If you want to do a crossover, you got that. You want better value, you can wait on that. Both work just fine here. HXL, a great beginner play. Beautiful pattern. I love what I see. Next and last is VERO. Look at this penny stock. Why is this support here? Let's zoom out. Again, it just comes down, whoop, right into where you want it. Now look at this, has been a very pivotal spot. Support, 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 support. It gets to 180 or so, and it reverses. We're at 180 right here. Look at this. Higher low, higher low. Why is this important to mention, though? This trend line, of all the trend lines I'm showing today, only has 2 hits. Look back. 1 confirmed save, 2 confirmed save. This is not yet confirmed yet. Any one of you idiots, any one of me idiots, can draw a line from A to B. But A, B to C, and then D, E, F, G, all those other ones that go beyond that really shows trend strength. Just 2 hits is okay, but 3 or 4 really dictates it being a support line, right? So this is why I like it here, though, because this resistance trend is pure. And most times what folks don't mention with patterns, because they're dumb, is that you have to form patterns from the same swing high and the same swing low. You could have gone from here. If that's the case, you go from, let's say, down here. You have to make your pattern from here or from here, okay? If you want to go from here, your pattern has to come from here or from here. That's a thing that most beginners don't understand. You got to do it from the same swing high, same swing low to make proper patterns. So this being evident here leads me to think that there's maybe a pattern from here or from here. Great trend line support, great convergence, support, trend line under here, POC pulling us higher. I love what I see. Let's check the indicators. I want to see this 10. This 10 crossover is not great. All right, but it's a long run up. Under here, great, great. This is really good too. That's also really good right there. So I guess a 10 cross works. I mean, once you get over the 10, look at that. Boop. You get over the 10, you should be good. Especially the 50. The 50 is your real go long signal. While you're over the 50, you can absolutely print. But again, I don't want to give up almost 11% to see that. Under here, down here, the 10 cross works. 50 cross is okay. 37 RSI is good. No divergence. I mean, not really. I mean, you got some minor higher lows and then lower lows. I mean, it's almost there. I wouldn't put a lot of weight on that, but bulls are low, bears are higher. You love to see that. VERO has everything you want to see in the stock. It has great value. You have EMA crossover potential. You have really good value for that support play. You're risking 2 or 3% to make 20. I mean, for a penny stock, what more could you guys possibly want? with that being said, I wish everyone their NFL teams luck today. It's going to be a fun day. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another watch list. I appreciate y'all sticking around. I like my new statue back there. Nay. I like that a lot. It's a really cool statue. We got it for $30 at TJ Maxx. With that being said, have a good rest of your guys' weekend. Good week. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.